All right, quiet on set. We're going to take it from the top, okay? Action. Go on. You didn't memorize your Hey, cut. You didn't memorize your lines. Podcast. What? Podcast. Wait, it's on me? Gad, it's never a musical when you want it to be, is it? Gad, I'd love to. All right, Reier, say hi. I don't want to. Thought that I was kind of jumping between those two openers. Having it be an audition or having me be a child that does not want to say hello. Because that is kind of a funny thing. All right, time for the podcast. I don't want to do it. But they're here for you. I don't want to go out there. It's also funny, especially since I'm the only one here, but the pod might be a little, welcome back. Everybody, welcome back to the Hole in the Pen Cap. It's my podcast. I'm Reier Cammerman, a wearer of hats, comedian, drinker of energy drinks, owner of, I just got a few new pens in the mail. I kind of have honestly, I kind of have a rotation of, I know I'm going to lose my pens. So like twice a month or more than that, maybe like almost once a week, I'll just get a new little pack of pens. Just because I know they're going to pack their bags and go on an adventure, and they won't bring their phones, and they're going to forget how to get back. And I love them, I do, but I can't go out there looking for them. I can't, I'm busy. I've got podcasts to do once a week and for 45 minutes, and that's pretty much all. But no, I have work too, but it's today, episode 20. Is that right? Or 19? No, 20. What? Isn't that exact? I know these numbers aren't huge, but there's something about, it's almost like when you're a kid and you go up a number and it's just the biggest deal in the world, you're 4 and then you're 5. And being 5 is because you're going to go into kindergarten now, and then you're going to go to school with, 10-year-olds, and it's this huge deal. But then as an adult, you look back and you go, 5? I mean, that's a little kid. It's like a baby. But 20, what a number. Yeah, this episode might be a little shorter because it's 3:18 p.m., the golden hour. Golden. It sounds like there's trains above me. I'm sure you can't hear it. Are you listening? Come on. Hey, it's time to, everybody open your books to page Reier. That's not a page number. Hey, did you even look for it? I have my name written randomly, and it's kind of like a Where's Waldo situation, but it's with my name. And it's, and the letters aren't next to each other, so you kind of just have to do it in magazines, where people would like cut letters out of a magazine and then paste it to make like mail, like a hostage letter, which is always weird. That was always, that takes so much work, you're like, you have to send me $500, and the letters are like different colors, and $500 would also be nothing for a person. I mean, because you're risking going to jail for the rest of your life for $500. I mean, I'm not saying it's not nothing, but it's, maybe we think risk versus reward, is important. But yeah, it's episode 20. I've got my energy drink. I had a sparkling water on the way here. I was only 2 minutes late, and that's good. And you'd say, Reier, I know. I'm working on my punctuality. Not my punctuation. My punctuation is fairly good. I, question marks, periods, exclamation point. I get them all in. I care. And I care about people's time too. I really do. I always feel bad when I'm late, but then something seems to happen, while I'm getting ready where time just kind of goes really fast and I just kind of go really slow. I'm never crazy late, but usually, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And I always feel bad about it, and I tell people, and it's getting better, right? That's what we tell ourselves, right? And that's what we're actually trying to. I do care. And I guess that's something this year I do want to get better about too. It's just getting places early. I think as comics too, a lot of us there kind of just is like a cult. I don't know. Maybe that's just an excuse, but a lot of us being a few minutes late isn't unusual. Whereas in like other career fields, it may be like if it's a business meeting or something, which I suppose you could say this is in some very strange way. I'm just kind of I'm just kind of putting a piece of paper upside down and sliding it across the table, and then I'm getting up and walking over to the table and picking it up, and it just has like an octopus drawn on it. And I go, what does this even mean? And then I go back to the chair and I go, oh, are you really asking me that? You know what it means. And then I have to think about that for the next few days, but yeah, it might be a little bit shorter, but not a lot, because we did get going. You've got to get going. You've got to buy leaving. You've got to inherit walking away. Get going. Yeah, but it's gonna, when did I film? So today is Friday. Came in yesterday to film, but there was a scheduling conflict. Everybody drew their guns. Yeah, conflict. What do you? Yeah, it was a scheduling conflict, and I came in, and I honestly wasn't upset because I do like more time to think, because the last one we filmed was only a few days earlier. And I don't know, sometimes it's just, I love coming in and just talking, but it is also nice to have things to talk about, I suppose, to have topics to cover, right? Oh, yeah, this week has been good. I went to HEB. I've got to start. That's another resolution, another objective, right? Another dart to throw at the board is I don't know if that one makes sense. I suppose. Yeah, you want the dart to go a certain place, so then I want to eating at home consistently is important now. I need to do that. I haven't been great at it. Never, even my whole life, I just eating out or like ordering in or just picking stuff up or whatever. It's so much to me, like certain aspects of cooking are just very overwhelming, and I'm need to not do that. I need to give myself a harder time. Sometimes I think about certain things and go, yeah, you gotta, it's worth it to save $10 or whatever, buy, and then adding time on certain things. And I don't know, I don't talk about it a lot because I know there is judgment surrounding, like, not cooking your own things and whatnot. Yummy. And I want to get better at it, but I think, like, for me, washing the dishes and things too becomes a very it takes a long time because I cannot leave soap on dishes. And I know you'd say, yeah, nobody can leave soap, but I'm very obsessive. Is anybody else, does that relate to anybody? I'm very obsessive about leaving soap on plates and bowls and things like that. because it's happened before where I like think all the soap is gone and then I make something and the whole thing just tastes like soap. And so now it becomes like even a spoon, I would have to run it under water, like scrubbing it with my hands. And my hands have to be completely free of soap too for like a minute and a half, like a spoon. And it's oh, that's a horrible use of water. I know. But otherwise, I worry it's going to taste like soap. And then I won't be able to eat it because everything's going to be like, there's going to be chemicals in it from soap. And so I don't know if that's a common thing or if that's, but I just got to get over it. And say maybe use like paper plates and plastic. I don't like plastic silverware. I never have. Also I don't know. I just think I think I can get over the washing thing. That'll get better. But I went to HEB, and it was nice. I got some stuff, some rice and noodles and just random things. These peanut butter balls. I think that's what they're called. But I remember my friend had them one time in wrestling, back in like 10th grade. And we were all it got me really into them. And we were all just eating peanut butter balls. And they're like these little, kind of hard balls of peanut. I suppose you could probably connect that, but, and they're so good, What a simple concept is just kind of rolling peanut butter into a ball and then hardening it somehow. I wonder how that happened. How did they harden it? Did they make it grow up in a rough neighborhood, or did they kind of tell it wasn't enough, or what did they, how did they get it to that consistency? I do wonder, but yeah, just trying to eat it home more, and I have too many. I think I have too many things in the fridge, too many drinks in the fridge. That's my thing, I was looking the other day. I was putting things in the fridge, and I was like, I have too many, like random energy drink. I like to have them at my disposal, in my garbage disposal. I like to have them at reach, I love a good drink. I love a good, not alcoholic. I wouldn't want to drink alone, though I have been through phases of doing that for sure. But I don't enjoy doing that. It's been, what else? So I went to HEB. I've just been working a lot too, which is good. That's what I always, I enjoy doing it. I'm doing, today and tomorrow I'm going to be bar back, and I'm nervous because if you watched the last episode, hey, don't lie to me. No, I'm joking. Honestly, I don't even know if I watch all the Wouldn't it be funny? I mean, I'm here for the episode, so I suppose maybe subconsciously I'm watching, but no, I'm joking. I do have to go through them to like find clips sometimes and things, but I don't know. The clips haven't been doing as well. It seems, I don't know if I said this in one of the other episodes, but it does seem the more I post, the more people unfollow, and so that's maybe good. I don't know. We're just weaning out the weak. I think we did say that, but yeah, that's an interesting. It's okay. Well, it'll leave us with the team we want, right? Even if it's just 9 of us, 9 anxious people with dysphoria, and 4. What a prominent number. But yeah, no. Where do we go from there? But social media and whatnot. I've just been working a lot, which is the bar back thing. I'm nervous to do it, and I just have to, I want to learn how to make drinks and things, but I get nervous asking. That's always my thing. Asking somebody to show me how to do something can make me kind of nervous, because I know, like, I don't know if they want to, but I also really want to help. But then sometimes it's like not part of your job jurisdiction. So it's like, yeah, but I don't know exactly what my job is, like what I'm supposed to be doing. But I hate being seen as lazy. I don't want that attached. I don't want that attached to me. I want people to see, because that's, late is one thing. Like, oh, Reier's late sometimes. But Reier's lazy is not something I want, because, I don't know, I guess I just want, I don't know. Do you ever think about that? Like kind of the book, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't, do you ever think about what your book cover would be kind of for your life? I remember in middle school we did something like that. Like we made a book cover, and it was like supposed to be about us, like in the first few days of school or something. Um, and I don't know, I don't remember exactly what I put, but I remember it was fun. And I like printed off pictures and I cut them out, and then I taped them with shipping tape to like, almost laminate it, but in that's what we did, so you didn't have to go into a store and laminate or anything. We would just cover it with shipping tape, which I thought was really fun. I liked doing that. But that was fun. And yeah, I don't know, I'm nervous to be, I want to learn, I want to eventually be a bartender. I think would be a cool thing. It would be a cool life experience too, because the things that you see so many different people, and I just think I like being busy. I like, that's why McDonald's I think was good. It was bad, of course, also, but it was good in the way of like there were always things to do, pretty much. Usually, unless you were in the back taking orders, which I hated. I hated doing that. And I was very vocal about it, and then they kind of made me do it more, I think, because I was too vocal about it. Not complaining, but being like, hey, I would just ask too much. I think I'd be like, hey, can I work on the fry? Like, I just wanted to make fries, which is kind of what, that's like the first thing you learn to do, and that's kind of what they let the new guys do. So then when you're, when you've been there like 8 or 9 months or whatever, and you're still asking to do it, then I imagine that's when it gets frustrating. They're like, what? No. But yeah, I think I just, any job I have, I think I want to be good at, and maybe I see myself, I enjoy like a bar setting, or like a fast pace, kind of the dichotomy, I don't know, the dynamic, right? Of like, we're all kind of in this together, like a basketball team, or maybe any team of water polo. I imagine they have camaraderie too. We're all in this together, and it's kind of cool. It takes you back to like your high school days of like, kind of everybody. I mean, it's not like that though. I guess the customer would be the man, like mean customers or something, like us against the man in that sense. But like, we all just work together, and I like that. It's almost I guess a job kind of is like a forced. It's not a forced friendship, because you don't have to be friends, but it gives you the tools to be friends, right? It's kind of like school, because you're there. So you might as well, befriend people, because you're interacting with them every day and you're doing projects with them. And so if you don't make any friends, it's more odd than if you do. I feel, which I totally get. I've been there, done that, got the sad T-shirt, what would be it? Don't know. I was in a friendship club in middle school. It was Friends of Rachel. And ironically, none of us, for the friendship club, a lot of us really didn't have many friends, which I guess does make sense. But I think I don't know if I was vice president. I had some leadership role, but a few of us did. And I remember we were called into the office. I guess I was odd, but I wasn't unfriendly. You know what I mean? Like, I always wanted to help people and stuff. And I think that was kind of the demo. They you don't want to get popular kids to run the friendship group. I guess maybe you do want that, but they don't understand. They don't understand what it's like to not have friends. So they're just not maybe as eager as we were. Just kind of a bunch of strange, kind of oddballs, just putting sticky notes on people's lockers with positive affirmations on them. Remember we did that a few times. We came in early at like 6 a.m. and just kind of made a mess. But a really like joyful mess, I guess. Kind of a, you're a rock star. Yeah, I remember that. And then there was one kid who would write them in Spanish too. And I thought that was kind of odd because it wasn't odd, but it was a primarily English speaking school. And I know that some of the kids' lockers were English speakers. I mean, because it was because he did quite a few of them. So I always wondered what it was like when they read those. If they maybe had to get them translated or something. But yeah, I think that's wonderful. I think, it's getting people out of their box, right? Out of their English speaking box and making them kind of climb a ladder into or throw a rope, or it's good to go into another box sometimes, right? And because they always say that, get out of your box, but they don't tell you where to go when you're outside of your box. Okay, I'm sitting outside of my box. What do you didn't give me any food or water. You didn't tell me what to do. I literally live in there. And they're like, well, you got to go explore. And I go, okay, well, I don't have a map. I don't have binoculars to look at birds. You want me to just look at them with my naked eye? God, what a phrase. The naked eye. Oh. It's like, what would a closed eye be? I guess the naked eye just is the eye, right? Without glasses or binoculars or a telescope or anything. So is that, what else could that be, right? The naked ear, the naked. I guess, well, that makes, calling things naked, it feels weird, right? Maybe because inherently being naked is kind of a private thing, and so then when you say something's naked that you can't really cover up, it's like, I stopped looking, right? It makes it feel weird, but I had a bad dream last night. Did I talk about that yet? I don't think so. I was telling my producer, Brandon, I was telling him about it. I had a bad dream that I was fired last night, and I think I just, I drank a little bit. I went to a friend's birthday after work and stuff. And I don't know, I think the dream was kind of like that. It was like, I don't know if you've ever drank and then you wake up and you're like, what did I do? It's like, I didn't get that drunk, but I think the dream kind of made me think I was drunk. I was really drunk, and it was like, God, you did something bad. And it's like, no, I didn't. I remember everything that happened. But yeah, I had a dream that I got fired. And it made, I was sad, which I think is a really good thing. It's good to like your job so much that the idea of being fired is more than just scary because of a financial sense, but it's also scary because you like it so much and you're so happy there, I think that's a positive thing, but tonight's going to be fun. I have 2 shows tonight, so I'm excited. I really want to work. I want to work through new material, and I'm trying to get it. I don't know. I want to do. I'm always kind of in the process, in the processor, in the process, princess, prodigy. I'm kind of always in whatever that is. I'm in the process, right, of that river, that water flow of trying to create material that is relatable, whilst being Reier, right? Saying whilst is wild. Saying, yeah, what a phrase. There's some phrases that if you use them now, it is like concerning in a way, or maybe just odd, People, you say whilst, and someone's like, oh God, Reier, did you get kidnapped by a Renaissance festival? And I say, yes, how did you know? And they go, oh, I was joking. And I go, help me. Whilst. But no, yeah, I'm always trying to kind of write relatable material and things, but while also showing my personality and who I am. Or maybe even just specifically, I want a solid amount of time, maybe right now it's 3 to 5 minutes kind of on the sexuality stuff and the gender stuff and all that. And then have the rest be kind of relatable, palatable. Not palatable though, and not necessarily relatable, but I don't know. I don't want to become, just a trans comic or whatever. And because I want to be more than that. I want to just be Reier, the comedian. But I think, whenever you go through, and I've got to stop making myself feel bad for talking about it, because I'm going to, because I'm in the midst. I'm in the midst setting on the hose of it. And so, of course, that's going to be what I think about a lot. And I think, making yourself not think about it isn't good, because I'm never going to have this experience again necessarily. It's never going to be exactly like this. So I want to, I want to experience it and talk about it so I can look back and remember these things that happened, as I go through this process. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I have 2 shows tonight, and I'm going to try and run some new stuff. And then on Sunday, I'm doing an audition for a festival, like a Netflix festival. I don't know, I did it last year too, and I didn't get it. And so this year I'm excited, but I'm not stressed about it, because I think sometimes when you feel rejection one time, it makes it a lot easier to, not that you're giving up or you're not trying as hard, but it's just, going into something relaxed is very powerful, right? Because then you're not, I don't know. It's almost like when I did wrestling matches or games of soccer, basketball or whatever, it was almost better, like if I didn't know who I was going. It was better if I didn't know who I was going against. And in wrestling, and I would purposely not look at, and when I first started especially, I would purposely not look at the brackets. I would just look at the time and the mat. But I didn't want to know who it was, because I didn't want to hype myself up and look at their record and all this stuff. Just want to go in, like you would do it, just give your best, because when you know all these other things, oh, this is the booker, and they like jokes about this, and then you're going to change who you're not going to be authentic, because you're going to be trying to please somebody, and it's never great to want to please. It's never great to change yourself to please somebody, right? Because then neither of you are going to be happy, because you're not going to be who you are, and you're going to be unhappy because you're not who you are, and then eventually you're going to need to be who you are, so then they're going to be unhappy because they're going to feel led on, right? Led on, a pencil. It would be odd if a pencil led somebody on, mechanical pencil, and somebody was just like, oh, but maybe they look like a pen or something, because some of those do. Some pencils look like pens. So I suppose, and then they, everybody's like, all right, it's time to write, and then the pencil, does that clicky thing, and so it is lead, and then everybody goes, what? Where's your ink? And it goes, what? Ink? No, wait, do I have to go? And then, all the pens go, but you're just like us, and you talk like us, and you look like us, and we thought you loved us. And then the pencil goes, I do love you. Why? Just because I'm a pencil, why can't I love you? And then one of the pen's grandparents come out, and they have a little cane. So it's a pen with a little cane, and the cane is actually kind of just a toothpick with or it's actually just one of those really little candy canes, those really little ones. But it's like, so the pen's kind of a large pen in this case, but it's like one of those big pens that you can get at like a book fair or something. So then I guess it would be probably a normal sized candy cane, but it comes out and it goes, "Hey, you get out of here." Now, this is becoming probably bad. I guess I'm kind of doing some kind of racial segregation thing through pens and pencils. And I didn't really mean to do that. I was thinking it was more of a Romeo Juliet situation of like the classes were different. Maybe the pencil represents the poor and the pen represents the rich. Though not necessarily all the time. It depends on what kind of pen you have and what kind of pencil you have. But I don't know. It's interesting, the pencil system. They've got number 2 pencils, and that's the kind you always had to use in school, right? I think you still do. But I know they have mechanical pencils that are number 2 pencils. And that kind of became more accepted over the years, too. It's crazy to say. Kind of looking at the evolution of like office supplies as if it's a kind of, as if it's like a historical issue, like voting or something, or tariffs, or don't know. It's interesting to kind of relate it in that way, but it's also probably not okay or correct. I don't know. Why? I guess anything could be not okay, I suppose, though. It's just how you look at it. But some things, I suppose, are also objectively not okay because of how they affected other people, and that's also good to you. It's very important to acknowledge that, because not everything is just about your perspective, right? Not you but you in the kind of hypothetical everybody, I suppose. Or maybe I don't know. I don't know anything. Yes, you know about unicycles. Yes. You know about pugs. I do. Yeah, they've got, I know all the different, there's black, fawn, brindle. There's some white pugs. Those are all fun. And my brother said he wants to get a white pug, I think, which could be interesting. I don't know, but I don't know. Where did we go from there? Black, fawn, brindle. Oh yeah, the things I know. Yeah, I think I maybe know more than I think sometimes. I think we all do. Confidence is such a important thing. I think I've been getting more confident. I have been feeling stronger too. My friend at work was telling me he's gonna give me his pull-up bar and some weights, and I'm excited. I've always wanted to be able to do pull-ups. That was I could do in high school. I could do like 2 or 3, and that was at like my peak physical. The top of the mountain. Wasn't a very high mountain, but it was a mountain, by God. It was actually just kind of a sand castle that I was walking on that was kind of collapsing as I went. It wasn't good. But no, I'm excited to just feel stronger, because I was in my room the other day, a couple days ago, and I was just kind of doing some push-ups and like handstands, like on the wall, and it's weird. Do you ever do? I guess alone work. I feel like we all do that, right? Sometimes, not a lot. I don't work out a lot. I want to, but I don't know. And I think I'm getting excited too, also knowing that I'm gonna see results and things, and I'm just more excited about it. But yeah, my friend told me he was gonna give me a pull-up bar, and I don't know. It'd be nice to. I hope I get really into it again. I'm gonna try to. I don't think I want to get a gym membership though, because I don't know. I do like working out with other people. I like a good exercise class. We're all just riding on bikes and, pretending to turn the resistance up. And no, I'm joking. I usually did turn it up. It was, what's that? Oh, I think it's raining. What? Not here. It's the desert. No, I think it does rain. It rains. It's been raining more than usual lately. I wonder what the kind of, why that is. I wonder, but no, I thought somebody was knocking at first. Come in. No solicitors. Just somebody's trying to sell me popcorn or popcorn. Get your pop. I'll take two. One for me and one for you. Yeah, that would be funny. It'd be funny to be a door-to-door salesman that just sells doors. I don't know if I brought that idea up before. I've been thinking it for a while. Because then you just start talking about the door that you just knocked. Hey, a little hollow, huh? I mean, I know a door that's 4 times as thick. Is it good to have a really thick door? I don't know. Sometimes I like thinking about the different ways you can open doors, though. I like thinking about the different ways you can do a lot of things physically, because I like miming. Not actual. I would never I don't think I would ever do the actual thing of painting my face white and all that. That's probably not. I think it's a different time, but I'm joking. I think it's probably still fine. I don't. But I don't know. I think it's funny to be a mime that talks. So to just kind of be a person that gestures is essentially what I'm saying. But yeah, no, sometimes I'll be, especially if I'm, trying to come up with, which I'm usually trying to come up with ideas, just generally just trying to see if something could be funny. But I was sitting out on a patio and there were different doors. There was a stage and then there was a door with a handle, and then there was a door that was one of the pole, you grab, the 2 metal things and you pull them out. And then there was a door that was the, at schools, oh wait, no, it wasn't that. It was the one with the bar that you press into. And I was thinking, and I just started, was thinking about all the different kind of ways you could open doors. And then I just started miming. I was sitting by myself and I don't think anybody else was out there. They might have come at some point, but I was busy. No, but I was just kind of, you handle, push, pull, right? There's different kinds of handles, and it's very interesting. I think especially earlier on, I wanted my sets to start with a opening of a door. That was something I really, really wanted. And I did. I mean, I think I did do it for a while, for a year and a half. I mean, not every set, but it was one of my kind of consistent openers. If I would open the door, hello, is anybody home? But, that sort of thing. But I think I'm getting to the point now where I'm realizing that it is a little bit jarring. Especially if people don't know you. If you're not an established comedian and you're just going out and going, hey, it's me. That's scary. But I think what I always wanted was I wanted it to be, I guess I figured if I kept doing it, it would become funnier, which is, it's crazy. That's kind of the definition of insanity, right? Isn't that Shaquille O'Neal's quote? Insanity is doing something over and over and not changing it and expecting a different result. It's just kind of funny though too, just going, all right, ready for something new, ready for my trophy, and I just keep hitting the ball in the exact same way. But I suppose the pitchers would be different, right? So maybe a pitcher comes in and they throw it in a different way, and then I hit just my same way, and maybe I'm just getting really good at doing it in that way. And you'd say, well, but it's not working. You say, not yet. I don't know. It depends how you look at it, I suppose. But But no, it's been a good week. It just working, making friends. Um, I I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to be more social. It's kind of always the goal, a constant objective, right? Always on the vision board. It's just me waving hello. Come on, Rye, we got it today. Want to make more friends. I don't know. There's a girl I like, I think, which is cool. So I want to talk to her more. But I don't know exactly how to go about that without being weird. So I don't know. Maybe I'll ask my friends for advice on that. And a lot of it is just going up to somebody, but I don't want to. She's so nice that I don't want to, hurt her. That's how I feel, like emotionally. That's how I, of course, not gonna. We're not gonna do a thumb war or anything, but I don't know. And also, I never fully know if somebody, because the way that women, will talk to other women, and obviously I'm transitioning, but it's still there's feminine nature and whatnot. Uh, it can be very confusing. It can seem like they're attracted to you, but really they just are being your friend. And so then you have to read into that and it gets really weird because maybe you try to make a move and you go, oh, you want to go out to dinner or something? You want to go get some food? And they're like, yeah. And then you're out getting food and you still can't really tell if you're like on a date or not, which is crazy, to not know. Because I feel like with a guy and a girl, like, it's a lot more obvious, right? I mean, I guess it definitely still happens, but yeah, sometimes you'll just be, I don't know, that was a problem that I had, but I also never really dated anyone or anything like that except for in high school. There was a guy. But it wasn't, I think I've talked about that on here before. It was like a business transaction. I don't know. Sometimes you do things to hide other things, and I think that's what it was. I was just trying to not feel gay, I guess. I don't know. Saying gay is more fun than saying lesbian. Saying lesbian is hard. I mean, it's just not a fun word. It sounds like maybe some like a sickness or. I'm joking. That's not alright. I've been there. Done that. Got. Let's see. We only have 2 more minutes. Get out of here. The time slot is. We'll have more time next week. But I'm sorry if I was offensive at all. I feel like this one was maybe offensive. I mean, I don't know. You know me. I just going through thoughts, and sometimes things connect to other things, and then it's weird. And it's like, oh, Reier said that a tree has Alzheimer's, and that's upsetting because my grandfather has Alzheimer's. And I go, yeah, but I don't think the tree really is. Or, or Reier said that a popsicle that was red couldn't date a popsicle that was purple. And the purple thing wasn't necessarily, I was going maybe orange, red and orange. And you'd be like, well, that seems kind of right. And I go, but they're popsicles. And you go, yeah, but you're not talking about popsicles. And I go, yeah, probably not. All right. Do we have anything exciting, Rhino? Oh, yeah, just every fucking thing ooh. Would it be weird if I changed my name to Gus? Yeah, I think so, too. I don't know. That's a joke more so than any. I was joking with my friends last night. I was like, what if I have like a really masculine. No, I love Reier. It just leaves some room for confusion still, which you've got to have a little room for confusion. You've got to have a little, it's the door, a little key that just in case it's in town, You go, hey, you want a confusion? You want to stay the night? And it goes, yeah, is my room ready? And you go, yeah, I just set up. I made your bed. And I left you a little snack. Because I love you. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you had a good time. I hope we covered some some fun stuff. And I'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.